the museum in 1977 bought Charles Sheeler's Church Street Ale. This is one of the great modernist pictures in the history of American art, and one of Sheeler's most important works, and particularly one of his earliest. And it was bought from a dealer, Robert Scholkoff, who specialized in American art. And at that point in the 70s, his gallery was in a walk-up, I think about 3 flights up, on Madison Avenue, near the corner of 69th Street, and kind of diagonally across Madison to the Westbury Hotel, where the museum got a special deal, and well, all museum directors and curators for a short period of time got discounts at the Westburys, because they would stay there. It was close to Park Burnett auction house, and it was close to the dealers. So Bob was famous for allowing people to go into the back room and to rummage around. And of course, that's something that you wouldn't or couldn't do today. And so there were a storage area, with bins, and the paintings were all there, and there were sculptures on the floor, and then he just had things stacked there in his office. So you would go through and leaf through the things, looking to see, what new treasures Bob had gotten. And his wife, Jane Scholkoff, had just started to work for Bob. And Sherman came in, walked up the steps, and probably asked Bob, "So what's new?" And Bob, in his typical fashion, would mumble and maybe point to something and say, well, kind of shrug and say, not much. And so Sherman was leaving and heading out the door and down the steps. And as Jane, I get the story from Jane Scholkoff. She was very much in awe and intimidated by Sherman's both physical presence and his reputation, but she gets herself up and kind of runs after him and hollers out, Dr. Lee, there's one thing that you might be interested in. Bob just got this painting by Charles Sheeler, Church Street Ale." And Sherman turns around, spins around, but probably with the grace of a ballet dancer, and goes back in, and so the rest is history. And so that's how the museum got one of its great works. It was a great role model. It was a great way to learn the profession of being a museum curator, and how you worked in a large institution, and how you behaved in a large institution. And that was the 10 years that I worked for Sherman was a great opportunity.